Okay, so basically this is a story on how I terrorized my school filled with kids with rubber bands. And yeah, you can take that out of context if you want, but yeah. So this started last year, halfway through the school year. One day I just decided, hey, I want rubber bands. This guy's going up. Okay. That works really well. I don't understand how. But yeah, one day I just decided, hey, I want to bring rubber bands to school. So, me being Kyle, right? This guy, please die. Okay. Oh god. But me being Kyle, I was like, okay, well, if I'm gonna bring rubber bands to school, I gotta get a lot. So I brought a lot of rubber bands to school, like 3 pounds worth. Not all at once, but at first I brought one bag, which was 1 pound, and then I just kept doing that for like 3 days in a row because I used the entire bag. At some point, I sold some of them. I don't know how that worked or why, but it definitely could have gotten a lot. Okay, yeah, but at some point, I'm pretty sure I sold 10 rubber bands for $1. I don't understand how that worked. I don't understand that business method I used. Because I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to sit and do nothing, really. Because I just sat and did nothing. And all the kids, like, every student knows I had rubber bands at this point. And then one kid's like, hey, give me a couple rubber bands, I'll give you $1. And I just gave him 10. And I had like a whole pound. I had like a whole pound in my locker, but yeah. So when I first brought them, right, I didn't really spread the awareness that I had them. I just brought like a couple. Well, I had a couple on me. I didn't bring like a whole pound on me. Most of it was in my locker. And then, so I had like a pocket full ammo. And then I just started shooting them. And then my friends noticed that I had them because I instantly, if you have rubber bands, you're gonna shoot them at your friends instantly. So that's what I did. I shot them at my friends. They noticed I had some. And then I gave them some. And then eventually we just started shooting them. We had like one class. I had one class with 2 of my friends for my first hour this year. And we just shot them across the room the entire hour. Why is that guy still alive? What was that guy's plan? Anyway, we just terrorized the entire school with rubber bands. And then, yeah, everyone just found out I was the one bringing them. Besides the teacher. The teachers never knew. Some of the rubber bands ended up hitting the teachers in the face. But ultimately, why is this guy so annoying? I'm just trying to tell my story. But now I gotta end the game. Actually, no, I'm gonna die on purpose. That was definitely on purpose. I'm gonna die on purpose so I can finish my story. Where was I? Oh yeah, so some hit teachers in the face. Most of that wasn't me. If it was me, it was by accident. And one of my teachers, I absolutely hated them, so I just brought an entire pound of rubber bands and just spreaded them out across the room. Okay, now I actually have to end this game. Why? Yeah, so basically I had the entire bag, which was 1 pound, of rubber bands. I spread it across this teacher's room, but I absolutely hate. Because I get straight A's, right, without even trying. I don't cheat at all, okay? Trust me. Anyway, this happened this year, by the way. Yeah, but this teacher, I don't know. She just is super annoying. And everything, she doesn't even teach the class, really. This is kind of like a rant about something that isn't about the video title, but she does not teach at all. She has us read stuff that she doesn't instruct. She just gives us, like, papers and say, hey, read this, okay? Okay, that's how you learn. She doesn't, like, give us any lessons or anything. It's just stupid. But, oh yeah, for the exams, she had us write a paragraph on something that we just read. Like, because she just does not want to teach a single thing. Out of here. Out of here. Yeah, but she doesn't want to teach us a single thing, so she just has us write an essay. It's a history class, by the way, not English. So she has us write an essay for history on something that we should have, on something that we just read literally the day of the essay. Well, yeah. It makes no sense. Anyway, let's go back to my main story, right? The whole pound of rubber bands. That teacher, she absolutely hates rubber bands now. Even if you're, like, using one for a paper or something, like note cards, she says, nope, give it. And she even, so, in my Spanish class, she gives us rubber bands for note cards. And my history teacher took so many of those, and all the students hate her now. But yeah, she was like the first teacher to absolutely hate the rubber bands. But one day my principal decided, hey, I'm going to search you because you used the bathroom. Because people, they vape in the bathroom and stuff. So the principal and vice principal will randomly say, hey, empty your pockets when someone uses the bathroom. I don't see why. That's kind of stupid. But yeah, I use the bathroom. I never use the bathroom in school, so the chances of this happening is extremely low. So I don't understand how this happened to me. But, like, hey, empty your pockets. And then the principal saw all the rubber bands Yeah, I don't see how I got this bad. I'm gonna avoid. The principal saw all the rubber bands in my pocket and was extremely confused, and then mentioned that the teachers sort of complained about them a little bit. So, all those rubber bands got taken, and they searched my locker and took all my other rubber bands. So, that was nice, right? But, since I'm Kyle, I go back there at the end of the day, right? Yeah, but the principal caught on for me having the rubber bands. So, the very next day, she told me not to bring them anymore, by the way. So the next day, what do? I bring in another pound of rubber bands, okay? So in the mornings, my friends and I, we sit next to each other at like a table in the hallway. The principal just happens to walk by and says, "Hey, what do you got in your pocket?" And I was like, "Hey, that's my phone." And then she's like, "Okay, empty your pockets." And then me being Kyle, there was a lot of rubber bands in my pocket, but I perfectly held them out in my one hand because they were in the same hand as my phone. Well, same pocket as my phone. I don't see how they all fit. I don't see why I even did that. I'm pretty sure I put my phone in my wrong pocket by accident, but it worked out, sorta. So yeah, I emptied it out, and like when you grab something to make like a fist. Yeah, but I perfectly clenched my fist, so it didn't look like this guy's gonna get my bed. Yeah, out of here. I'm just trying to stall him so I can finish my story, okay? Yeah, but I perfectly clenched my fist so you couldn't see the rubber bands. But my friends, they knew I had them. So, you know how if you don't laugh, all your friends, they laugh at anything. So all my friends, they just were trying to hold back laughs, and it was obvious. So the principal said, "Hey, what's in your hand?" And then I just played dumb, which I probably should have just gave up the rubber bands. But yeah, eventually she got the rubber bands in that situation. And then she said, well, then later she calls me and my friends down to the office. It says if anyone brings them again, then they're going to get suspended. And me being Kyle, I don't like that. So, yeah, but at the end of the day, I go to the office to collect my rubber bands, right? Because schools, unless it's in their handbook, they can't legally take. Okay, that was a bad fireball jump. This is bad for me. Yeah, but schools, unless it's in their handbook, they can't legally take items and not give them back. So, I go in the office at the end of the day, and I say, "Hey, I would like my rubber bands back, please." And then the vice principal was there. He said, "No, I can't do that." And I said, "That's literally illegal." And then, basically, I just left at the end of the conversation. And I was pissed because I didn't get the rubber bands back at the end of the day, right? But I'm Kyle. I don't let stuff go. So I had my mom just turn into full Karen mode and then call and complain and then going and get the rubber bands. Well, vice principal was like, "No, I'm not having it." So the vice principal was like, "No, I'm not. Let me just stab this kid really quick. I can't talk and stab people at the same time." At this point, I already read the entire school handbook because, well, if I'm gonna do something, I want to be able to get out of it. Okay, and there's nothing that says that I can't have rubber bands at school. So, also, unless they are a disturbance, but they have no proof they are a disturbance, because no one's gonna snitch on me, because I'm Kyle, he's gonna fireball jump. Yeah. Are we trading beds? Okay, we're trading beds. He's not gonna get to my base first, though. I can void. Who buys a blindness trap? Yeah, the vice principal, he's not having it, like I said, but I already read the entire school handbook, so my mom just lets it go, right? And then the next day, I go back into the office. I'm like, "No, you can't do this. This is not... Okay, why? Well, I just want to finish my story." Okay, that's actually a good combo. What? How the... Why was he shifting? Shift comboing doesn't help you. And he's gonna run. Okay, well, that's actually good for me, because now I can finish my story. Yeah, but so the next day I go back into the office, and then I just sit there and complain. And I literally pull up the school handbook on my phone and saying, "This is literally illegal. You have to give them back legally." And at the end of the day, I won the argument, okay? I got my rubber bands back, and it was like 3 pounds of rubber bands. Not even bagged up. They were just sitting on a table. But I got them all back, okay? And that's what matters, really. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I got the rubber bands back, and the vice principal was really mad because I just sat there and wasted his time the entire day. And then a couple days later, he quit. So, but he was gonna quit anyway. This has nothing to do with it. He just quit. Yeah, but he quit. Nice. He quit. That's basically the entire story. I got the rubber bands back, and I still bring them to this day because I just get them back at the end of the day. If I get suspended, I get suspended. They can't really prove that I brought them. If I bring them, uh, if I use them only in the classrooms, they can't really prove that I brought them, and I just don't put them in my pockets. So yeah, I get away with it. It's kind of simple. You should like and subscribe. Okay, bye.